History helps us understand our past, how people lived, when events happened, and where they took place. This chapter introduces the study of history by asking three important questions. How did people live long ago? We learn about their tools, homes, food, clothes, and customs to understand their way of life. When did these events happen? Studying different time periods helps us know when changes took place. Where did these events occur? History is linked to places, villages, towns, cities, and countries. Knowing the location helps us understand the context better. Historians use sources like writings and objects. By studying how, when, and where, we trace the journey of human civilization and learn lessons for the future.
Have you ever wondered why dates are so important in history? Dates help us place stories in a timeline, from the oldest to the newest. Understanding sequence in historical events helps us learn. Dates show connections between events, like cause and effect. They help us compare different places and their histories. Tracking civilizations through their lifespan is essential. Historians uncover dates using written records, archaeology, and artifacts. Knowing dates teaches us about our past and its influence on today.
This chapter explains how we study history by focusing on three questions: how, when, and where events happened. Dates help us organize historical events. Historians choose them carefully for significant changes. Not all dates are important. They're chosen based on impactful events in society. Periodization divides history into stages: ancient, medieval, and modern. The British divided Indian history into Hindu, Muslim, and British periods, but this can be misleading. Colonial refers to the time when a foreign country controls land and its people, like British India. British records like letters and surveys help historians study their rule and its impact on India. To know real life, we must look at folk stories and other sources beyond official records. History is about how people lived, what changed, and understanding those changes.
When we study history, we divide it into time periods for clarity. This process, called periodization, helps us organize human history. Periodization means dividing history into sections based on important changes. Ancient history begins when early humans started farming and building civilizations. Medieval history marks the growth of kingdoms and empires amidst societal changes. Modern history began with significant inventions that shaped the world today. Periodization simplifies history into digestible parts for better understanding. It shows the progress and challenges faced by humans throughout history. The word colonial comes from colony. A colony is a territory ruled by another country, often far away. When a country takes control of another land, it's called colonialism. Powerful countries like Britain, France, and Portugal took over lands. They controlled local people, resources, and government. Colonial rulers made decisions benefiting their own countries. Understanding colonialism helps learn about struggles for freedom.
When rulers and governments manage a kingdom or country, this is called administration. To run things smoothly, administrations keep records of important details. These records help them remember laws, collect taxes, plan projects, and keep track of people and resources. What kind of records were produced? Tax records, to know who paid taxes and how much. Laws and rules, written to guide the people. Land records, showing who owned what land. By studying these documents, we learn how people lived and governed themselves long ago.
A survey is a careful examination and measurement of land. Surveys became important because rulers needed to know land ownership. They helped in collecting taxes fairly based on land size and value. Surveys resolved disputes over land ownership. Surveys planned developments such as roads and towns. Surveys kept accurate records for administration. Today, surveys help us build cities, farms, and roads in the right places. Studying the history of surveys shows how administration became organized.
In history, official records are very important. They are written documents. But have you ever thought, do these records tell the full story? Official records mostly show the point of view of rulers and officials, not the common people. They don't tell us much about farmers, workers, and women's lives. How people felt or reacted to government rules is often missing. To understand real history, we also need to study diaries and letters. These tell us about the daily life, culture, and feelings of people in the past.